I'm here, yes. Please go ahead.
Dr. Hasrat Saab, are you there?
I'm here. I listen you.
Okay, okay. All the
Go ahead, yes.
all the participants are muted. Is that okay?
Yeah, they should be mute, right? Because they are not speaking. When they will speak, they are allowed to unmute. Yes.
Okay. It means everyone is listening to me.
Yes. All are requested if someone is having a problem in listening or any other technical problem, so please let us know in the chat box. So chat box, you can keep using it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Take care.
So let's start the module today. We have planned with the title Understanding the Key Concept, Characteristics, and Functions of Pastures and Rangeland Ecosystems. Before start the lecture, I would like to briefly introduce myself. I am Dr. Mohammad Khurshid from Pakistan, having PhD qualification in environmental sciences from University of Peshawar, Pakistan. And I have more than a decade professional experience with private sector entities, academia, NGOs, and extensively worked on various consultancies-based projects. Presently, I'm working as independent research and development consultant with different national and international organizations in Pakistan. And prior to this role, I was engaged as assistant professor full-time at the Department of Environmental Sciences at the University of Haripur, Pakistan. And also, I have worked as a research fellow at the Department of Geography, Ankara University, Turkey. As far as concerned, the today lecture that's closely matching or overlapping with my research interest area. My interest research area broadly covers the field of natural resources management, while specifically I have focused on rangeland ecosystems, pastoral land, pastoral systems, and pastoral land governance, climate change mitigation, and adaptation of by pastoralist communities. And for the last 10 or over 10 years, I'm working on these topics related to the pastoral systems or the rangeland ecosystems in the Hindu Kush and Himalaya regions of northern Pakistan. Basic concepts related to the rangelands and pastures. Uh, how we will differentiate the rangeland and pastures, and we will discuss the geographical extent of the pasture lands, and also we will discuss the socioeconomic and ecological functions these rangelands or pastures providing to us. So first, what are the pastures? We will start at from the basics of the pastures. Pastures basically are the extensive ecosystems having the dominant species or grasses or grass-like species, either naturally growing or artificially cultivated. It includes land that has a vegetation cover of grasses, legumes, or forbs, regardless of whether or not is being used by livestock. We called it this land is a terrestrial, managed terrestrial ecosystem characterized by the cultivation and maintenance of herbaceous plants like grasses, legumes, and forbs are the mixture of these vegetations which are growing and maintained to support the grazing of the livestock. When we are talking about the pasture lands, we should have to focus on two things. The first as vegetation, and the second as the management aspect of this land. Basically, the pasture land is covered by the grass or grass-like species. As I said, like forbs or legumes, and mostly this land is covered by these type of vegetations. And the second aspect is the management. Uh, the this ecosystem is usually managed by through human interventions. Like the vegetation is either growing naturally or human or we cultivated the vegetation on this land, pasture lands. So the human or the management aspect we should have to focus here. So these the pasture differs from the rangeland ecosystems. Uh, Produces vegetation that has initially been planted to provide preferred forage for grazing livestock. The majority of these forage are induced, having originally come from areas in other continents. Second, we will discuss the major types of the pasture lands. There are some pastures, they are natural pastures, and some pastures are human, people have developed. We call them as artificial pastures. So natural pastures are areas of land where vegetation grows naturally without direct human interventions. As I said in the previous slide, that the vegetation in the pasture land is either growing naturally or human cultivating the vegetation on the pasture land. So the natural pastures having the vegetation grow naturally without direct human interventions.
Dr.
These
Khurshid,
pasture,
sorry, I to interrupt. Are you using some PowerPoint?
yes.
So you should share on the screen so that everybody will see. You just click the share on the bottom of the screen. Are you able to do that?
Yes.
Click the share. Is any problem? Ah, so
So
click the full view on the bottom of this screen. Full view, yes. Is it PowerPoint? Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, thank you. It's clear. Yeah, thank you.
So in the previous slide, I discussed the basic concept of the pastures, and in this slide, I will discuss the major types. As I said, that we have two types of the pastures, like natural pastures, artificial pastures. So natural pastures, as I said, that the land where the natural vegetations grow naturally without direct human interventions, and the grasses, forbs, herbs, legumes, these are the plant species are mostly existing in the pasture land. Natural pastures may occur in a variety of ecosystems, including grasslands, savanna, meadows, and alpine regions. And management of natural pastures typically involves rotational grazing, controlled burning, and other practices to promote plant diversity, soil health, and sustainable forage production. As I said, that we have to manage the pastures through human interventions. Like when a part of the pasture land is degraded, so we should have to promote rotational grazing. This is a management practice, rotational grazing. Like if there is encroachment of the weed species, non-palatable plant species, so we have to control the weed species. And sometimes we also adopt the burning of the species and other practices to promote plant diversity. On the other side, artificial pastures, these are human-we created pasture land managed by human through deliberate seeding, planting, or cultivation of forage crops. The seeding, planting, or cultivation of the grasses, these are the management practices actually. When a pasture is degraded, so the humans are reseeding the plant species or planting new species in the degraded parts. These pasture consist of introduced or cultivated grasses, legumes, and other forage species selected for their nutritional value, yield, potential, and suitability for grazing livestock. Artificial pastures may be established in area where natural vegetation is sparse or degraded, or they may complement existing natural pastures to increase forage availability and improve livestock productivity. And the management practices in the artificial pastures involves the fertilization, irrigations, weed control, and rotational grazing. These are actually the management practices we are applying for the management of pastures, artificial pastures. Now we will discuss the rangelands. Which of these are the rangelands? Deserts, tundra, wetlands, savanna, shrublands, forest, grasslands, all these are major ecosystems existing in all regions of the world. These are the these are included in the rangelands. Specific definition of the rangeland, that as those areas of the world which by reasons of low precipitation, rough topography, extreme temperature, or poor drainage facilities are unsuitable for cultivation. Actually, the rangeland area, there are some factors we will consider these factors like the poor drainage, rough topography, extreme temperature. Because of these factors, the rangelands are not suitable for cultivation, and they're only used for the livestock grazing, free-ranging native and domestic animals, as well as a source of wood products, water, and wild food. Rangeland is a type of land that supports different vegetation types, includes shrublands such as deserts and chaparral, grasslands, steppes, woodlands, temporarily treeless areas in forest, and wherever dry sandy rocks, saline or wet soil, and deep topography, etc. Basically, we differentiate the pastures and rangeland on the basis of vegetation type and the level of management. As I said, the pasture vegetation is mostly grasses or grass-like species, and rangeland vegetation covers most diverse species like woody plants, forest, even grasses, shrubs, herbs, everything. They are included in the rangeland, while the pasture is only grasses or grass-like species, forbs or legumes. These type of plant species are existing in the pastures, and we are mostly managing the pastures through human interventions to avoid the degradation. Key characteristics of rangelands. Here in this slide we will discuss. Rangeland is uncultivated land dominated by native plants, natural plants, grasses, herbaceous, broad-leaved plants like the herbs, the shrubs or woody plants. Rangeland is all land that is not farmland, dense forest, barren deserts, or land covered by solid rock, concrete, or glacier areas. Rangeland includes grasslands, shrublands, savanna, and open woodlands. All are the rangeland grazed. As I said, the rangeland ecosystems are available for the livestock grazing. And livestock grazing as an ecological process at all level, but not in all rangelands, but not all rangelands are grazed by livestock. Specific parts of the rangelands are available for the livestock grazing. Not all rangelands are used by livestock grazing. There are some inaccessible areas where the livestock grazing is not possible. So it means that the not all the rangelands are available for the livestock grazing. The main difference between pastures and rangeland is the type of vegetation and level of management. When we are talking the geographical extent where these rangelands are existing, so about 35% of the land area in the world is grassland and woodlands, 21% sparse and barren lands, 28% forest and woodlands, and 12% farmland. Grazing land ecosystems include pastures and rangeland. Both pasture and rangeland occupy approximately 1/3 of the earth land area and support millions of households, particularly pastoralists. The people who are the pastoralists, the people who use the rangeland or the pasture for the livestock grazing, these people we called pastoralists or pastoral communities. Although the majority of rangeland exists within the dryland category, a portion also occurs in wet regions and high altitude and high elevation grasslands in tundra like alpine regions. We have alpine regions. Drylands are estimated to occupy 41% of the earthland area, 6 billion hectare, 69% of which are rangeland and support 2 million humans and 50% of the global livestock. So it means that we have an extensive rangeland ecosystems all over the world that support millions of the pastoral communities and provide forage for about 50% of the global livestock. So this is a rich and extensive natural resource. This map shows the extent of the rangelands in the world. In the legend, you can see desert, which areas are included in the deserts, grasslands, shrublands, woodlands, and savanna, tundra, etc. All these are the rangeland ecosystem existing all over the world. Here we will discuss why these rangelands are important for us, for the environment. So we will discuss both aspects here. The first one is that the rangelands provides forage for the livestock grazing and supports millions of livestock in the world. And the people who use the pastures or the rangelands for the livestock systems, they have shaped a traditional system for the utilization of the rangelands, and we call the system as pastoralism, which has been practiced in many regions. This pastoralism practiced in many regions of the world for centuries. There is a world centuries systems existing in different pastoral regions of the world. Extensive pastoralism occurs on about 25% of the Earth rangeland area, mostly in developing countries, from the dryland of Africa and Arabian Peninsula to the highlands of Asia and Latin America. So it means that rangeland exists in all these geographical regions, and where the pastoral communities have a structure, have adopted the traditional system like pastoralism and utilizing the rangeland and the pastures in different seasons of the year. Like in the summer, they are moving up to the highland areas for summer grazing, and in the winter, they are moving down to the lowland areas where they are grazing during the winter seasons. I will give an example from Pakistan, how they migrate from different regions, like 12 months we have in a year. So 2 months they are traveling to the upward, and 2 months they are traveling downward. 4 months they are utilizing highland pastures, and 4 months they are utilizing the lowland pastures. So this is a well-structured system, the pastoral system adopted, and not only in Pakistan, in other regions also. And seasonally they migrate from one regions to another regions, uh, and use these rangelands for their livestock grazing. Worldwide, pastoralism supports about 200 million households. These are the household mean pastoralists, and herds of nearly a billion animals, including camels, cattle, small livestock like sheep and goats, that account for about 10% of the world meat production. Given their expansiveness and heterogeneity, rangelands provide numerous ecosystem services, including biodiversity conservation, carbon sequestration, cultural values, in addition to the provisioning services of food, fiber, and fuel production. In the next slide, we will discuss the key ecosystem services they provide, these rangelands provides. Number first, you will be aware about the categories of the ecosystem services. Like we have supporting ecosystem services, provisioning ecosystem services, regulating ecosystem services, and cultural ecosystem services. So, and the supporting ecosystem services, this rangelands provide soil formation, biodiversity conservations, primary productions like plants productions, habitat, and provisioning ecosystem services. They provide food and fiber, wood, clean water, medicinal plants or medicines. Regulating ecosystem services, they are regulating climate, pollination of crops, store carbon, controlling flooding or other natural hazards or natural disasters. Cultural ecosystem services, aspiration, recreation, education, and aesthetic value. So all these are the key ecosystem services provided by the rangeland and the pastures. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Khurshid. Please unshare these slides. Please stop sharing. Where the sharing button is on the bottom, you just click that. Okay, thank you. So any reflection from the audience? Oh, wait. I read some comments, so we will explain how to navigate this online platform, especially the forum, how to go there. Okay. So anybody wants to speak?
Yes, hello, I would.
Yes, please on your camera as well if you want, or if you
Okay.
are comfortable. Okay, good. Great.
Oh,
Thank you.
I take off this. Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello, how are you?
Very good. Nice to be a part of this fantastic program. I had a couple of questions in regards to the pastures versus rangelands. Is there somehow a more valuation of rangelands than pastures? It seems like a lot of focus is on rangelands. Is this more of the focus of what we should be thinking about versus pastures, and whether they're natural or artificial?
Could you please repeat your question?
Yeah, sorry. I may be wrong in sort of estimating this, but it seems like our focus is more on rangelands than pastures.
No, we are focusing on both ecosystems, rangeland ecosystem and pasture ecosystems. And mostly we are looking to the management aspects when a part of the rangeland or part of the rangeland is degrading. So we are adopting specific context specific management practices for that. So not only we are focusing on the rangeland or either pastures, we are focused on the both rangeland and the pastures, and both rangeland and pastures in all over the world are available for the livestock grazing, and they are usually utilizing these rangeland for their livestock grazing.
Okay, great. Thank you. I have another question if no one's asking.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
It's about a term that I'm not familiar with. The draft, is that how you pronounce it? In the uses of some of these animals in the map, it lists from range to range the animals that are used. And there's a term, draft, such as for horses or cows. What does that mean?
Horse?
It's It's called Draft, D-R-A-U-G-T.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? I'm not familiar with it. Is this the breeding
Have
or
I used
pasturing?
this term here in the presentation?
No, I'm sorry. It's within.
Okay. So that's why it's also new for me.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
I'm sorry. I'm going off your
No
wonderful
issue.
picture.
Dr. Khurshid, can I
Yes, yes, please. Yes,
add
please.
something?
Yes.
This word actually is used for pulling, like the animals pull the cart. The pull,
Oh,
yeah. So animals are used to pull the heavy things. Okay, so this word is used for that drought. You can pronounce differently in different accents.
okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So
Hello?
any other person wants to?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we hear you, but your video is not visible. If you want to
Let me,
switch on your camera so we can see you.
okay, let me try to
Okay, please
put
go
it
ahead.
on.
Yeah,
Is it on now?
yeah, we see you. No, yeah,
It's on?
no, it's going on off.
Okay, is it on now?
No.
Okay, your voice is coming. Sometimes
You
it,
may ask here, audio.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for the presentation, which is quite informative and inspiring as well. I just wanted to understand from the doctor, because you mentioned one of the services of the rangelands was the regulatory services, and there are aspects of, I think, climate regulation and so forth. I wanted to understand whether, as part of this lecture or session, or subsequent sessions, we'll be able to look at in terms of policy, the policy management of maybe rangelands. I don't know whether that is one of the issues that will be tackled, or we are restricting ourselves to those kind of regulatory services. I don't know whether I am clear.
Could you please, this is a question or suggestion?
It's a question.
Could you please repeat this question?
Doctor, I saw in the presentation,
Yes,
you mentioned something about,
regulating ecosystem services.
yes, yes. And
Uh-huh.
is this part of like at the policy level? Because I'm looking at it, we talk about management of rangelands, and my thinking goes into policy, into maybe policy of countries. Are we going to look at that as part of this, or this is the only area we're looking at? It's just a question. In terms of governance, I think there was something about the governance. I don't know whether it's governance versus the management, or these are the aspects that we're only looking at in terms of management, as opposed to the government policies maybe of countries, or maybe case studies of what countries have, maybe Pakistan, or and so forth. I don't know whether I'm clear there.
Still, I haven't fully understand your questions, but I will comment that here we will discuss we discuss the key ecosystem services like climate regulations. This means that the natural the rangelands are regulating the climate. In one regions we have different climate, in different regions we have different climates, and this is closely associated with the ecosystems or the area. And if we are talking about the policy, so majority of the rangelands are degraded nowadays, and we have adopted the management options, different options in different regions, like agroforestation or afforestations. So these are the policy aspects, and different countries have developed policies for the restoration of the degraded rangelands. And in Pakistan, the government have adopted a program that is called Billion Tree Tsunami Project, and that means that we have to develop the degraded rangelands again, and we have to capture the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. That is a clean development mechanisms.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, I have question.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Muhammad Fatur, and it was very nice to be here in this forum. And also, thank you very much for your lecture and valuable informations. My question is about difference between rangeland and pasture, and I a bit confused because in your lecture you defined pasture. You have two types of pasture. One is natural pasture, and this is defined as the area of land where vegetation grow naturally without
Yes.
direct human. Is this rangeland or pasture? Because I think rangeland also it is open area, and also human do not intervention in this area. I'm a bit confused in this. And the second one is okay. You said artificial pasture, yeah, but for the natural pasture and rangelands, a bit confusing.
Muhammad, we will look
Yeah.
to the vegetation.
Yeah.
Thank you for your question.
Okay.
We will look to the vegetation. Have you seen the alpine regions or alpine pastures?
Yeah. Yeah.
These are actually pastures. And
Okay.
mostly in the alpine regions, the vegetation is totally grasslands. There is no woody plants or shrublands. You will not see, you haven't see the woody plants or vegetation, shrubs lands. In the alpine regions, we have only the grasses or the grass-like species. We call them as a pastures, and this is a natural pastures, is a type of natural pastures in the alpine region above the tree line, in the high altitude regions. That is totally covered by the grasses or the grass-like species. So we call that as a natural pasture, and there will be no woody plants like forest or shrubs.
Okay.
This is natural pasture.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, hello. Please unmute. Yes, yes.
Yes. In that sense, for example, the steppes in Hungary, they belong to the category of rangelands rather than pastures.
In the Hungary?
Yeah, the big steppes, the flatlands, the plains.
I can't comment on that because I haven't seen the ecosystem, the rangelands in the Hungary.
Okay, all
What
right.
type of ecosystems are existing there?
I don't know, the steppes, I think, is the steppes. The
Dr.
steppes.
Hasrat can
Yes.
comment here, please.
Yeah, yes, I have seen Hungary. So Hungary actually is not mountainous because your version of classifying the pastures, I think, is the is the I mean the elevation is one of the criteria, right? If the elevation is the criteria, then because Hungary is not mountainous, it's not very high elevations, although there are the hills, particularly close to the Miskolc, there are, and on the border of the Slovakia, there are certain mountainous hilly region, and below that there are the flatlands and
Yes.
big, very big grasslands. Particularly, there is one national park very near to Miskolc, and this national park is solely grasslands, and wherein a lot of pastoralism is going on. and there are the animals like the cows and the cows and oxen, and then sheep, etc. So pastoralism, it is known for the pastoralism, and there are the festivals, annual festivals happening, and they are very popular globally now. So his question is very pertinent. Should we classify them rangelands or the pastures, and how? I think that is what Philip is
Yes,
trying to speak.
sure.
Thank you. Okay. Anyway, I mean, this is scientific classifications.
Yes. Thank you.
May I ask another question? If
Yes, please.
nobody, would you therefore call a pastoralist somebody that is involved in managing both pasture lands and rangelands?
Sorry,
Would you call
can
them?
you on your video camera?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Hello.
You are again, yes.
Hello, it's me again. Would you call then a pastoralist someone who is involved in managing either a pasture land and a rangeland?
No. You are confused. Pastoralists are actually the traditional communities or people who are involved in the livestock grazing. These are the livestock herders using the pastures for their livestock grazing. They are not like management people. They are the people who have livestock, who have their livestock herds, and seasonally these pastoralists move between the summer and winter pastures and utilizing different pastures or different rangelands for their livestock grazing. So we call them as pastoralists or pastoral communities, and the system they have adopted, we call that system is pastoralism.
Okay, that's
These are the
interesting.
livestock herders.
Okay, because if let's say in the Netherlands, where I am here talking to you from, we have what we call shepherds.
Shepherds, yes, exactly. These are the pastoralists.
They're pastoralists, but they're also management people. So that's why I get a little bit, maybe I shouldn't be so worried about specifics, but let's say in general, if, as you are saying,
How you call them as a management people? What they are doing?
In Dutch, they're called herders, or shepherds that move their animals to places to graze them, whether they are natural parks or in urban areas. Yeah.
Actually, the pastoralists are managing the rangeland or pastures through their traditional practices, not scientific practices, traditional practices. Like we will give you an example of rotational grazing. They are aware that the one region or the one part of the pastures they have grazed for 1 month. So then they move to other part of the pastures where they will graze the livestock or the grasses. And the first part of the pastures, when the plants regrowth are matured or suitable for the livestock grazing, they again come to the past like they are rotating in the pasture land. So this is the traditional management of the pastures and mostly adopted by the shepherds or the pastoral communities. But they are not doing the scientific methods or scientific management of the pastures.
Can I intervene here, Dr. Khurshid?
Yes,
Uh,
please.
yeah, referring
Yes,
to
please.
Cynthia's question, um, yes, pastoralist is the community, or it can be community from any part of the world. So this is the general classification. This word has come from pastoralism. Pastoralism can be nomadic, can be semi-nomadic, and I don't know the third, if there is any third category, but two category.
Sedentary. Sedentary.
Sedentary can't be the pastoralism, because sedentarization is just against the pastoralism. Sedentarization is an idea which has been brought in for a long time. Like there is a struggle of 100 years. Sedentarization is a government scheme, a state scheme to fix this problem, because this pastoralism is seen as a problem by the governments. So the governments and the Western agencies are looking at the pastoralism as a threat to the ecosystems and dangerous to the ecosystem. So that's how the sedentarization idea has been floated. And I do not agree that sedentarization can be a pastoralism. It is just against the pastoralism. So pastoralist communities are existing different continents, and shepherd actually is the term mostly used in the European continent, in my understanding. Shepherds, yes, is a in different European countries. This word is very widely used. However, in other parts of the world, so there are the local terms as well. For example, in India, if you go, you will see this word. Some people say gwala, some people say charwahe, some people say but I mean, the community to community, the terminology differs. So I think now, Cynthia, you are clear about it.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you very much. It's
Uh,
just a bit, if we want to protect the pastoralists, we have to also protect the terms for them too.
exactly. Exactly.
So it's a little wishy-washy. And so we have to stand up for our terms and our different
Yeah, but
occupations.
shepherd is widely used, and shepherd, I think, as you are attaching the management functions with the shepherd community, I think all the pastoralist communities are the managers as well.
Yeah.
As Dr. Khurshid explaining that the pastoralist people use the traditional wisdom to manage the landscapes and the ecosystem. So that's true, and that's very much the uh, fundamental of this phenomena. So management is there always, but that differs from one country to the other, or one area to the other area. I mean, so, okay. So we have Christine raising the hand, please.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'd like to challenge your definition of pastoralist just to get a bit of clarity. My understanding is transhumance relates to pastoralists who are mobile, who don't live in one place, who move their herds and flocks with the seasons. And the reason I'm challenging that pastoralist maybe should include populations who don't move is that I'm in Canada, and most of our rangelands are not managed by mobile populations. The people keeping livestock on those spaces are a sedentary population, but the rangeland itself is still naturally occurring plants that perform valuable ecosystem services.
Dr. Hasrat Saab, please address. I have an issue.
Okay. So I think Yes, your challenge is quite right. The basis, I mean, the genesis of pastoralism is from transhumance. You are correct in that respect. As you are highlighting that there are the rangelands in Northern America where the the communities are sedentarized in some cases, and they have been using and managing the rangelands. So I think there must be some mobility. Maybe it is not distant mobility, but it should be like within the rangeland they have been moving their livestock. So sedentarization is like if you have heard the word stall feeding. Stall feeding, when you tie up the animal with some certain structure, it can be so, and then you are feeding the animal with the kind of fodder. You're bringing the fodder from outside.
Oh, feeding stored forage is a totally different issue.
No, that's why I'm saying I'm trying to explain the stall feeding. Stall feeding is done usually in the sedentarized livestock keeping. When you are sedentarized, it means your settlement is fixed and you are fixing the animals too. Like you have I mean, there are the two types. One is the mechanized livestock keeping, and one is like stall feeding. We have in developing countries where the farmers are not pastoralists, they are the farmers, agricultural cultivators, and they have been raising, growing the fodder, and then they are feeding the animals because they are keeping the animals, and animals are tied up with these stalls. So these are the differences. Maybe, I mean, in the Northern American continent, I mean, the phenomena is different. Especially in the Western world, the things are different. I don't know how we can fix this classification.
Yeah, I guess my opposition to pastoralists can't be a settled population is that many Canadian ranchers they live in one place. They have one dwelling, but the livestock that they run are being rotationally grazed across large areas of the landscape. So they're not a mobile population, but they're still managing rangeland.
No, but in that sense, they have been moving with the livestock. They are fixed, like their habitation is fixed at one spot. Okay, but their livestock is moving, and along with the livestock, they have been moving across the territory of the rangeland. So this is also a mobility. We should consider this, that the mobility is there.
Okay.
Understand?
And
Because these days, like nomadic people are semi-nomadism means like not very distant transhuman kind of the movements. Okay, semi-nomads means like within very limited territory they have been moving. So it can be like they have the fixed village, they have the fixed habitation, human habitation. They are not like the nomad moving from one destination to the other and then reaching lastly to the same location where they started from. But that is the quite nomadic. But on the contrary, like the semi-nomadism is the way that the one habitation is there fixed, but the livestock is still moving,
Okay.
right?
Thank you.
Because without if your livestock is not moving, then it becomes the stall feeding. It becomes very like confined. Like you have the ranches in Northern America, you have the ranches. So ranches are not classified as, I think, they are the pastures, no doubt, but the livestock is having very limited mobility in that.
We can
Okay.
argue about that another time.
Oh, sure. Yes. Yes, please. Other question? Moses?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, please.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Moses from South Sudan. So, just to hint a small thing about the pastures, especially the ranching, what the Christian is talking about, and the pastoralism. According to our settings here, we have ranchers, we have the pastoralists who are moving from one location to another. So I think what Christian is trying to understand is whether pastoralism is the same as ranchers, which is a bit different to our concept this side. I don't know about hers, the other side, but how we understand this side is that pastoralism, they are categorized by the nomads and semi-nomads. Those are people who move from one location where they have settled actually to another location. But ranchers, it's like having one location, as Christian had explained, one rangeland, and they just paddock and just move in rotations. So they're not moving out of their confinement, which is not the case with the pastoralists, who are moving from one of their locations to another community's location. I hope I've tried to hint on that, Christian. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Moses. You are pretty clear in this aspect, yes. Dr. Khurshid?
Yes, please.
Okay, so any other reflection or the question, and then we have to we have to move to the explanation of this about the system, like this learning platform. So I like to explain few questions are coming continuously. Yes, Isaac, please. Zach.
Yes. I hope you can be able to see me. Yeah. Just about the current discussion on nomadism and static livestock keepers. I see more of a confusion when we talk about nomadism and pastoralism. For me, I see nomadism as being, livestock keepers moving, and settling somewhere and never return to this location, maybe with time as they move around. And then pastoralists at least have homesteads. It's only livestock and the shepherds that move in search of pasture and water, and and they move seasonally, and at a certain time they return back. So please, some clarification on. I see confusion being created here. Thank you.
Pastor, sir, can I comment here?
Why not?
Actually, we have power nomads or power nomadism. That means that the pastoral communities and the nomadisms are the landless, and they are continuously moving from one regions to other regions, and they have no permanent settlement where they can stay for the long time. They are continuously in the mobility and looking for the suitable grazing lands. So they are continuously moving throughout the regions, everywhere in the world. These are called the nomadic people, and they have no assets like land or permanent settlements. They are continuously remain in the mobility. They are nomadic. And the pastoral, the other semi-nomadic or other part, the other type of the pastoralist are the semi-nomadic or transhumant. They have permanent settlements either in the upland or in the summer region or in the winter regions, and they are moving between the two fixed points. This is the semi-nomadic or the we call them agro-pastoralist mostly. Is it clear?
I think this is the endless debate, and of course, there is a lot of literature written on it, and there are the different classifications available. Um, a year ago, there was a course. I think some of the audiences would already have attended that course done by IIED, International Institute of Environment and Development. And in that course, um, this kind of the definitions are quite elaborated in one of their units. So these clarifications can be made, but our general understanding is what we have already discussed. Okay. So everybody is requested to read the literature more and become clarified about it. So what to do next? There are certain questions related to this platform, especially the forum, how to access the forum. So should I demonstrate it?
Please go on.
Okay, so let me, yes, share the screen first and then, yeah. Well, and then everybody will see. Is my volume is fine now? Some people had this issue. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, your
okay.
volume is fine, loud
Okay.
and clear.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a problem in this setting actually. Okay. So well, so this is the platform. If you see on screen, is this visible?
Yes.
Okay, so those who have the issue how to find the forum, so forum is here just on the top. You see, on the top menu, you see the home, courses, instructors, and then forums. You click the forums here and scroll down, and then you will find on the number 2 is the P under pastoralism. You see P001, and there are 14 posts already. Click this. And like I invited everyone to post in this forum. So there are certain very, very nicely written reflections and expressions. So I request that everybody should read. So you will also enrich your knowledge. And many cases are from African continent. So our friends have fairly explained the things here. Okay. And now there was a problem in replying, and this problem is sorted out. So if someone wants to reply, like you can click the reply button here, you will have this window and you can write and then send it. Send. Similarly, if you want to post something new from your without replying, you want to post by yourself, so you can also do that in this. So please use this forum more and more to exchange our experiences from one continent to the other continent and from one country to the other country. And also please read, because our weakness is that we do not like to read. So we should read. We should write as well, but we should also read the comments written by others, posting by others. And also we can have a debate, like someone has written here. So you can cross question something, like someone has already written, please, yeah, here.
like this. Good input. Could you kindly provide us with the source, please? This is a cross question, right? So this way you can use this. And in the next units, like after this 1.2 unit and 1.2, sorry, 1.1 and 1.2 or 1.3 units, so maybe you will have the task. You will have the task of answering in the forum, this forum. So question is there in the material, like here, you see, here. No, this is the introduction part. I come to this. So suppose this is the unit 1.1. So in some units, you will see that there is the task given to all the participants. So question is there. So you have to answer in the forum, because here you cannot answer. There is no scope of writing here. Even this content you cannot copy from here. So please don't lose your heart, but like this content we will provide separately to all of you. But at this moment, this content cannot be copied. But from the forum, if you want to copy something from here, you can copy it. Because somebody has written a very beautiful comment, very nice comment, and you want to copy it because of your learning purpose later on. So you can copy this. So this unit content, I mean the lessons, you cannot copy. But at the end of the course, we will provide you a PDF of entire compendium of this. Okay. So this is that. Some people have confusion that we are not aware of the how many Zoom sessions will happen. So just on the introduction, you click this introduction. This page is here, and on this introduction page, you have the table of contents, all here, and then you also have the link for the forum P1 here. Just write on this introduction page. You have the link here P001, and inside also this same link you will find wherever you are asked to answer any question. So the forum P001 is hyperlinked. So you will you click and then this forum will open and then you will answer straight there. So here what I was trying to say is that here you have the Zoom list of the Zoom sessions here. And every session is hyperlinked straight. But only one in only one session, which is the global lecture. Yeah, this one, unit 2.2. This is on 26 November. So this global lecture you have to register. When you click this, the system will ask your name, your organization, etc. And then you will be able to enter. And one more thing, you will face a problem that some people do not have the Zoom sign up. So you have to sign up the Zoom to register it. If you do not have the Zoom account by yourself, the system will not allow you to enter into it. So that is very basic thing. And we have deliberately kept this because we want to track who is joining this global lecture, right? But the other links are just open. You click and then Zoom opens. Okay. One question was how long the Zoom session will continue. I think it's a maximum 2 hours. So we have already completed 1 hour 5 minutes. Okay. So we are still in very, we will finish it in 1.5 hours, 90 minutes. So we will always try to finish within 90 minutes. But some of the Zoom sessions may longer to like 2 hours maximum at the max. Okay, so this is the answer of your question. Another question is related to the project work, the case study work, field work. This we have written here is special module, case study and project work 3 weeks. Okay, so this session we will hold on 9 December. 9 December here. In the Zoom session also, if you go down on the last, this is on the 9 December. By that time, the course will finish. This 3 weeks will finish. So 3 weeks will finish, and your next field related case study work will begin. And in the beginning we will have this Zoom session on 9 December. Okay. So I think we can discuss it later. And if you when you will complete the three modules, like, okay, the module 1 is activated just now, and by this Saturday, coming Saturday weekend, we will activate the module 2. Then again the next weekend we will activate the module 3. But this special module we will like to activate now. Maybe tomorrow you will see it. The special module will be activated, and you will find the attached guidelines and instructions there. And probably you can start your preparations. So some friends have written that Africa is not included, so we apologize if we have not specifically mentioned Africa, because most of our participants come from African continent. So we apologize for that. Please don't mind it. If Africa is not mentioned specifically, we never wanted to discriminate or do this kind of the bad thing. So please, Africa is there. You read, if you are reading Asia, Europe, you read Africa, you read South America as well, or it is global. Okay. So what else? What else you want to understand? So here is this, and then like all the units, module 1 units are here. Okay, on the right side, you can click any unit. Out of these 6 units, you have all these, and then you have the quiz. Okay, quiz is mandatory. So please do not avoid the quiz. And quiz is also not very difficult. If you read this content of the unit, this particular unit, so you can easily answer the quiz. Okay. So we have not tried to take test or very hard examination. That's not our intention. It's just simple that you are reading it. Some people really do not want to read. Some people want very easy access to everything. Even I should not say that some people are troubling us also in spamming the system. So so that is another thing. So this is not a complaint anyway, but please cooperate, and please because this system is also new for us. Look, we have been customizing it, and we are also learning. Okay, our people are learning. So we are not corporate. We cannot spend a lot of money on it, and we are also not funded by any donor. Okay, so we are trying from our own pocket. It is just a self spending on it, and experimenting it for the larger purpose and larger goal. Okay, so cooperate this and participate and interact with each other globally with all people. And we are not trying to defeat anyone. Okay, in terms of our knowledge, we all are here with the purpose of learning and like learning and exchanging our experiences with other friends from other parts of the world. Okay, so be with this attitude that enable everyone. Okay, if someone is knowing something and other person is not knowing, other friend is not knowing, so I saw I read this in the chat box when Maria was explaining to other friend that the Zoom chart is available here. So this kind of the things we should adopt this way. And here we are not to criticize anyone or to topple down anyone. So here we have to be with the gesture of like helping each other and learning from each other. Okay, so this is what what kind of this kind of the environment we want to create here. Okay, thank you. So any other question which I have not because I cannot read your comments in the chat box right now because I'm speaking and okay,
Yeah, I have
demonstrating.
question.
Please.
Yeah, just I need a question about the forum. In the reply to the topic, can you use this area for add new topic or just for reply?
No. We can. Yes, you are very good question. You can initiate the new topic. No problem. You will find some option here. Also start a new topic. Okay.
Where?
Oh, let me check. Or yes. So one is this. Um, mm, okay, go back to I think we go back to the forum and then we try to
right under your profile picture.
Okay, my profile picture.
On the right side.
Okay, right side here.
Under your profile
create
picture.
new topic here. Yes.
Yes.
You're right. Create new topic. Yes. So, but try to be within this forum. Okay, P001.
Yeah.
So select a category. First of all, select the pastoralism. Okay. Select the category pastoralism and topic. Then you start here. Topic is here. And forum pastoralism. Is there any P001? No. Only pastoralism. You can start a new topic. Okay. Okay. We will see it. So you can start a new topic. So we will discuss here in pastoralism.
Yeah, it is clear. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, friend, who has helped to solve this.
You're welcome.
Yes. Any other issue? From any other friend, please. Because the next Zoom session will happen on 21 of November. Yes, please.
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Of course, there's a Zoom that I would love to have been able to see or be a part of, and that's the one with Leticia Bindi, and that's part of the global lecture.
Yeah.
I don't know, are we able to see that lecture some other time if we miss it, unfortunately? Or is that something I have to find out through the organizers of that global lecture?
So see, every this Zoom session is being recorded, and it will be uploaded on the YouTube. I think I have written this already in the chat box, and the link will be placed here. Let me tell you where. Suppose today 1.1 unit. Suppose this, you will see the live stream Zoom session here of Dr. Mohammad Khurshid. So just below the Zoom ID, we will place the video link. Right?
Oh,
so the video link will be here. When you will click this video link, the new window will open with the YouTube, and on the YouTube you can watch it. This particular Zoom session. So similarly, the global lecture will also be available, but we also have the other website, our main website, where the global lectures are there. I can demonstrate you this main website where courses are listed. So here you can click the global lectures, and then global lectures, you just scroll down and this global lecture is here. Okay, click this and just if you scroll down, so the recorded video will be here. Watch recorded video. It will be placed here. Yes.
Okay.
So, but if you do not, if you forget this, so the better way is that you just find the link here below the Zoom ID. Is very easy to find. Yes.
That's great. Thank you. I really don't want to miss some of these.
Okay, thank you. So any other friend, any other question which I missed to answer? I really cannot read your chat chat here, okay, this moment. Later I can read it. So should I stop this screen now to explaining this system? Or any still any question or any query regarding this? So some people actually, yes, let me, I recalled one issue. Some friends, many, because if you see that out of 600 registrations on this website, 615 at this moment. So in the course, maximum 300, how many? 300 people have enrolled in this course, okay? 300. Click this. So here you see how many? 302. So many people have not enrolled this course or the other course. And enroll button is here, like where you see the free. This free word, here you will see enroll. If you have not enrolled already, then the enroll button will be seen here. Click this. And interestingly, some people have been struggling with the registration process. So registration is very easy, and the issue is that like if you click the register here, then you will see all information. But the people are not checking the email, because system sends the email to the email which is entered in the form. So the system sends an email link which has to be authenticated. But the people do not see it. Either it is going into the spam and then they are not attending it. So those people are struggling and have been bothering us for this small kind of thing. And some people are complaining that, oh, we are not able to receive any communication or anything. So I think if the basics is followed or basics is read, so all instructions are given maximum. If something is missing, we will update it. If you raise some question, then definitely we will try to solve out. Okay, thank you. I stop it. Okay, please, Joseph.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm Joseph Lolek from Karamoja, Uganda, East Africa. I work for the Karamoja Herders of the Horn, and it's interesting to pursue this course. I was asking the course, we are supposed to be in these lectures 3 hours a day, and now we have spent about 2. What about the rest of the hours or the whole day, if we can access it? I was inquiring. Thank you.
So as I understand your question is how long the Zoom session will go. Is this? how much time this Zoom session will go? You are asking this question or what?
Yeah, when we got the information is that at least it will last for 3 hours. So today's Zoom session has taken about 1.5 hours or 2 hours. What about the balance of the hour?
I think you are you are you are confused basically. Let me clarify this. 3 hours is the entire module. 6 units write up is there. It is not the time of the Zoom session. Zoom session is additional. Zoom session is not included in 3 hours. If you go, I stopped the screen, otherwise I would have shown you. The 3 hours is for entire, not entire module is 18 hours. 3 hours is for one unit. So one unit of today, I mean 1.1. 1.1 should, will need your 3 hours. That is what it is written and communicated. Understand?
Yeah, understood.
So 3 hours will be spent, your 3 hour will be spent on reading the content under 1.1 unit. Okay. And I think 3 hours is a fairly enough time. Maybe more time you will be required if you are slow. But it is not strictly 3 hours that you start now, this moment, and then you finish after 3 hours. It is not like that. It's not childish. Okay. Uh, it is the approximate time that you may require to read the content of 1.1 unit. Okay. It is that way. And then Zoom session is additional. The Zoom session is, we have not mentioned anywhere about the Zoom. So that time in your certificate, we will increase this time. We will also calculate this time of the Zoom session and add into 120 hours is the overall time. Okay, so we will add these hours of the Zoom with 120 hours, the total gross time. So that is the calculation, and this calculation is very, very relevant in the European contexts, particularly. Thank you. If any other query, please, this is the last call, and now we have to close this session. Okay, silence. Dr. Khurshid, now you come on the camera and please conclude in 3 minutes maximum.
So, thank you, Dr. Hasrat, for your inputs and guidance. And all the participants, we are thankful for your participation in this course. This is very important course for you. And if you have any question regarding the lectures, my module, you can post in the forum. I will reply that there. Also, I'm sharing my email. If you have any question or you can ask through email.
I think that is there. Your profile is linked.
Oh,
on
yes,
on every
exactly.
unit.
Sorry.
So
Exactly.
on the top of each unit, your name is there and your link is there.
Okay, thank you. So my email address is there. You can ask through email. You can post the question in the form. I will respond to your question. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, friends. We will meet again, and we hope and we wish that you will enjoy this. This is expedition actually for us. We are learning out of it. So this is the first trial, and of course, your help and cooperation is required and solicited to accomplish our goal and target. Okay. So we will meet again on 21 with our other colleague who is a field practitioner from Kyrgyzstan. Okay.
In the meantime, please interact more and more with the help of the forum, and also, yes, forum is only the option where you can post, and there are the email, but I do not think that you know the email of each other. I think you will not access the email of the other friends, but through the forum you can exchange. Okay, take care.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you. Bye.